Hello Capricorn, welcome to this reading. We are going to be taking a look at the energies and predictions for the sign of Capricorn for the month of October. Now, do keep in mind, this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, Capricorn, why don't we go ahead and get into this reading here for you as we take a look at this brand new month of October 2025. Do hope that September treated you well, and I know a lot of people had a lot going on in September, but you know, calendar is turning over. We've got a brand new month ahead. Let's see what's coming forward for you. Let me go ahead and get all the cards out here, get everything set up and in view, and then we'll get right into it for you. Okay. And yeah, I think that's looking just about good enough to me. Energy on the bottom, you have the Eight of Wands. All right, so the speed of things this month could be picking up for you. I love the Eight of Wands. This can indicate like this idea of accelerated motion, moving forward, moving ahead, creating momentum in one's life. There's an element of like speed connected to the Eight of Wands. Something could be moving very quickly for you. With that, it can indicate like communication, important communication that may come in from a distance. So you could expect some important phone call, text message, a letter, email that you probably already know, social media, anything like that, that you probably already know about. That could be coming in. You could be getting word back from someone that you've been waiting for. This could also indicate travel for some people. We'll have to see what other cards are here. But generally, you know, positive movement forward. You know, generally things are kind of like on the upswing, so to speak, when you get the Eight of Wands. So I really like this for you. And yeah, actually, you have a really, really great reading here, Capricorn. Love this. Love this reading for you. Just taking a quick glance at the cards. Some of you are really thinking about you have a strong decision to make here with the double eights here, with the Eight of Cups and the Eight of Wands. I think I said this in the Virgo reading, but Capricorn, some of you may have reached escape velocity, so to speak. And what I mean by that is there's a decision that you are making that can't be stopped. Okay, in other words, you're going to make a decision, and once you make that decision, everything's going to fall in place. Things are going to move ahead. You could kind of say, like from the book The Alchemist, The Alchemist, once you take the first step, all of the universe will conspire to get you there, right? And so it's this idea of having maybe reached escape velocity in a certain way. There's success here for sure, as I see the Six of Wands, definitely. Some of you, yeah, definitely have some changes that are underway here in the month. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. In the middle, you do have the Six of Wands. This does indicate success in the tarot. I should say that you have three of my major, actually the three biggest, you have the three social media cards here, okay? So as I try to apply like tarot to modern life, you know, you see the Six of Wands person here has an audience, right? They're in a crowd. They're very popular because they have just triumphed over a battle and now they're being paraded through the crowd, right? And so like, excuse me, and so like a lot of people these days are creating audiences online. So you have the, some of you, if you're involved in social media, this looks really good. I wouldn't be surprised if some of you are involved in social media with the Six of Wands, the Star, and the Eight of Wands. If you have like a TikTok account or a YouTube account or you know, Facebook or whatever it is, you could actually increase viewership, okay? You might have a piece of content that sort of hits, you know, that kind of goes viral or whatever the case may be, or gets more views than you're used to. That's very specific. That's not going to be for everyone. But beyond that, the Six of Wands, to me, would say that you are reaching some level of success here in this month of October. So in the first column, you have the Temperance card, the Empress, and the King of Swords. Okay, so the Temperance card is Sagittarius, the sign of Sagittarius. Empress is the Venus sign, or the Venus associated with the planet Venus, excuse me. And the King of Swords, it can be like any air sign. So I don't know why, I was just feeling like throwing out the astrological sort of like connections to these cards. Some of you may connect to that in some way. But with the Temperance card, this says that you have the capability or the ability to create something, okay? This is a card of alchemy. You can see the angel on the Temperance card is performing alchemy between the two cups, right? So they are creating something. And for you, I think there's, looking at this one way, there's an ability to create some success for yourself in this month of October, as you have the Temperance card with the Six of Wands. I also think the other thing with the Temperance card is, this can mean that you have a period of healing as well before you sort of like reach escape velocity, if that's kind of sort of making sense, before something really, really, really takes off to the point where it's kind of unstoppable. And this is a good thing, by the way. I'm saying this in a good thing, in a good way. But yeah, this is also a very good card of healing. I would say with the Empress and the Temperance card, there may even be some like nurturance here that the universe kind of wants you to take on. You might be nurturing yourself through something, during this month, at least for a portion of the month here, as the Empress is a card of nurturing, as the Empress is associated with the mother in the tarot. The Empress is also a card of abundance as well, and fertility, the ability to see something grow, right? The ability to create life, right? As you have this idea of creation with the Temperance card and the Empress here. So you have some really, really good signs. I would also say with the King of Swords, the King of Swords person is somebody who is a leader, Capricorn. And so there may be a call to leadership in this month here around something. The King of Swords really is capable of looking at something in an objective way. So you may be sort of like, as well, in the month of October, compartmentalizing a certain way of your thinking, or there may be something in this month that you have to sort of piece out and compartmentalize and kind of look at the pros and cons, so to speak, look at the negatives and the positives of something. I would also say that this could be a month where at some point in the month you take some deep period of rest with the Temperance card and the Empress, and then you kind of shift into taking action. The King of Swords would also be a card of action and kind of directly going for something. If you think about the Eight of Wands, there's like direct motion as well. So I definitely think that Capricorns in this month will find that it could be a turnaround month for Capricorns in October. So let's take a look at the middle column here. You have the Five of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, and the Two of Pentacles. All right, so usually in a reading, I don't love to see the combination of the Five of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. However, you do have the Six of Wands in between that, and you have all of this beautiful like motion that you're creating in your life. So the thing is that the Two of Pentacles, it can indicate increase, decrease. It can indicate this idea of like money sort of being in a, like money fluctuating, right? Money going up, money going down, changes that are maybe happening generally in your life, but also maybe associated with money. And the Five of Pentacles can connect to loss, okay? But for you, as I look at this, it's very clear to me that you have abundance here with the Empress, you have victory here with the Six of Wands, you have a new beginning here with the Ace of Cups. So with that Five of Pentacles, there may be, the way that I'm looking at this is, with the Five of Pentacles next to the Eight of Cups, I have a feeling that you have some past like struggle story. I'll use the term like struggle story, right? Like you may have gone through something that felt like a struggle, that felt like a hardship, but this is not what you're dealing with now. However, the experience of your past is still in your mind, right? Like it's still a pattern that you have, or it's still something that you are kind of healing through. As the Five of Pentacles is in the upper row, and this upper row can indicate the mind in this spread. And so I'm feeling that there are some like experiences of your past that you're still that are still with you, okay? And I would say that in this month, with the Temperance card indicating healing and the Star card, which I haven't even gotten to yet. Both of these cards are the healing cards you really, really want to see. I think that this could be a really good month for you, Capricorn, to heal some sort of patterns connected to abundance, connected to scarcity that are showing up, as you kind of have the combination of both of those things with the abundance message of the Empress and the scarcity message of the Five of Pentacles. So I think that this is actually a really good month for healing some sort of past experience that you have. And right now, especially because the only sword that we have is this King of Swords, I'm not necessarily seeing like a huge loss or anything like that in this reading. I think it's more so at the mindset level and maybe being able to come up with some like resolution around that situation that you had in the past. There could be some changes here with the Two of Pentacles, but we will see what the clarifications have for you, okay? In the final column, you do have the Eight of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Star. So the Eight of Cups is an energy of walking away from something that is disappointing you. And this is really kind of like sinking into what I was saying just a moment ago with the like maybe past issues around scarcity and you know the struggle story or the periods of struggle. This Eight of Cups person, in a certain way, these empty cups represent that, right? These cups represent something that is unfulfilling, something that keeps you down, something that doesn't make you feel right? Something that you're not comfortable with. And this person has their back turned towards all of that as they chart a path forward, right? As they move forward in some area of their life. So for you, I see that you're taking really positive steps here. There's, again, this idea of you taking an action after healing something in this month with the Eight of Wands, with the Eight of Cups, where once you go, all the universe will conspire to get you to where you want to go, right? You'll sort of reach the point of no return. You then here have the Ace of Cups, which is a really happy new beginning. It is a good love card. Empress is a good love card, I would say, as well, as that is the planet of Venus in the tarot. But we'll see if there's a love story that's showing up as we look at the clarifications. And finally, the Star. You know, again, this is like being in the starlight or being a star. That's one way I like to look at the Star, with the Six of Wands and the Eight of Wands both being social media cards. I would say the people on social media, you might be quite popular in this month, okay? There might be a lot of eyeballs on the content that you are producing, or just generally, like maybe within your community, within your family, your friend group, whatever it is, your social circle, if you work for an office or whatever, your colleagues, you might be quite popular this month as well. You might have your sort of time in the starlight, so to speak. On a different level, the Star can really represent a significant wish that wants to come in and wants to be fulfilled for you. It's a very positive card, also indicating tranquility and healing. So with the Temperance and the Star, this is very, very good generally. So why don't we go ahead and let's take a look at moving into the clarifications portion of this reading here, Capricorn. I'm going to go ahead and pull some oracle cards first, and then we'll also move into the tarot clarifications. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Okay, I think that's good enough. You have energy on the bottom. You have Fire Guardian, ignite your passions. Okay, we did not get a ton of wands, we do have two prominent ones with the Six of Wands and the Eight of Wands. Wands is a suit of passion, but I really like to see this for you. Some of you, like if you're in a job situation, you want to really make sure that it's in alignment with your interests, your talents, your passions in life. What else do we have here? You have the Air Guardian, shift your perception. You have Eagle, see from a higher perception, from a higher perspective. And then you also have Moon, take note of intuitive messages. Okay, shifting your perception, I think, is the big one for you. As I talked for a while about this Five of Pentacles, probably indicating some past struggle story or challenge that you may have had with hardship or something like that. So I think there's a real opportunity to move in a new space there. You have Elder, move beyond ancestral patterns. There we go. You have Guardian Angel, you are not alone, and Heart Guardian, love and let yourself be loved. Giving yourself self-love here in this month could be big for you, Capricorn. And that could kind of be the launching pad for this idea that I have here for you, which is you're going to make a choice, you're going to take an action, and once you take that action, everything's going to fall into place for you. You'll kind of reach the point of no return. You'll reach escape velocity, right? So let's put that here, and let's also take a look at the tarot clarifications for you, Capricorn. Now, I do appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I do hope things are going well for you. So let's go ahead and shuffle the deck and see what we have going on here. All right. Okay, you do have the Wheel of Fortune. Love to see that for you. You have the Ace of Swords, also great, and the World. Wow, Capricorn. All right, Wheel of Fortune. There could be a really, the idea of the Wheel of Fortune is your fortunes can kind of turn around, right, in a positive direction in this case, as you have the Eight of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune here, but it's really about your destiny, something that you're kind of meant to experience. And it says that window of opportunity to experience that could be open, okay? It won't be open forever, but it's open now. And this may involve some healing, okay, as the Temperance card is with that. And I think it's more so at the experiences level, right? Healing some experience that you had that you don't really want to keep with you, right? You have the Ace of Swords here, which is breakthrough. You have two major breakthrough cards of the Eight of Wands and the Ace of Swords. This can even feel like some sort of divine inspiration or foresight that you may have about an upcoming new beginning. You have these two aces here, so that's a strong confirmation that a new start is kind of on the horizon for you. It could, this new start could come with some fertile ground to plant some seed for yourself of abundance or success, as well as the Empress is there. Finally, with the World, this can represent completions and final chapters around one thing for you. I would say this is also a card of success and certainty here. The kings in the tarot are successful in different kind of like avenues, and certainly that is the case with the King of Swords as well. So for you, you could absolutely be finding some success here as you have the Six of Wands, the World, the King of Swords. This could be kind of on the way, but I think that there's something that needs to be completed or a story that needs to be wrapped up or closed up here for you kind of prior as well. And I think this window of opportunity for that to happen is opening with the Wheel of Fortune. And like at the same time, like happening parallel is a new start, as this goes on for you with that World card. So with that World card and the ace, the double aces there. So yeah, I like this. You have the Six of Pentacles. You have the Strength card here. And you have the Hierophants. Okay. So the Hierophant, it represents some sort of tradition in your life. This can be the experiences you had, the traditional experiences you had growing up. And the reason I say that is because this can be a card of elders in your life with the Hierophant. This can also be like formal religions, such as like churches or groups that you belong to, spiritual groups that you belong to. Usually, it's something like, there's a pope on the card, right? So it's usually formal religions. It's actually a mixed bag card because this can also be a marriage card. It can indicate wisdom as well, spirituality generally. So, as this is with the Two of Pentacles, it seems like there are some changes that you're undergoing here in the way that you've maybe traditionally thought about something or kind of like performed something or did something, in your life. You may kind of be undergoing some changes in that area and shaking things up a little bit here, kind of like taking a step in a different direction or kind of like moving on a new path. With the Strength card here, this may feel a little bit scary. It may feel a little scary. And the Strength card says that you have everything you need to overcome this fear that you may have, that you may be placing on yourself around this new start. With the Six of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles, I like this because 5 into 6 for me, that's a situation that's progressing along. I would say that I'm going to stick to what my intuition was telling me at the beginning of this reading, and I don't foresee like loss here. Okay, I see that there's like a phasing into something new. Okay, when it comes to the way that you maybe have experienced and viewed your money and finance situation. Okay, the Six of Pentacles, it can indicate generosity. It can indicate inflow, outflow. I will say that there is something here with the Two of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles around like the exchange of money, of abundance that's happening here for you, finances. Those are the two cards that I look for, right? Inflow, outflow, up, down. Like these sorts of, these cards represent that type of situation in life. So for you, this could be a real part of the story, but it seems like this is undergoing some positive change and developments for you. And remember, there's like a nice window of opportunity here for you to maybe experience something new as well. With the Wheel of Fortune, the double aces, there's some success here. So I really like this as well. Remember that the scales in tarot also represent karma. Okay, so karma is the accumulation of your actions. So what kind of like, what are you doing to put yourself in the position that you want to be in? You have the Four of Cups. Okay, I like the Nine of Pentacles here with the Ace of Cups, and you have the Moon as well. Okay, so the Four of Cups, it's always one of these cards I talk about, but it represents missing out on, potentially, not entirely, but potentially missing out on something. What I will say here is that there are potentials, okay, that are all over the board, okay? With the Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of Fortune is really just a potential because the wheel is always spinning, right? It says that the window's open now, but, and there may be potential if you go through that door, but it's not certain. The Four of Cups, there's an opportunity here, right? There's an opportunity here, and you'll never know what the potential of that opportunity is if you stay under the tree, right? Like this person is doing. And if you compare that here to the world, it represents certainty. Okay, so these cards are kind of uncertain, but what I would say here is that, yeah, so I felt like throwing that out there. There are potentials all over the place here on this reading. And, there's also some certainty here around one other thing. So like these two things are living together, right? So like on one thing, in your month of October, you are completing this, and it's, there's certainty around that completion. In another aspect here, there is this potential, but it's not going to be there forever. Okay, so like how do you want this month to look for you? Because the potential is here. It's really here with the Four of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune, but dipping into boredom and apathy and avoidance is going to maybe not result in the exact outcome that you want. Okay, so that is one thing that I'll throw out there. You do have this Nine of Pentacles here, which is really nice. It can indicate financial independence. It can suggest that you're ready to really build something that can sustain yourself. And then finally, the Moon. I will say that there's like a little bit of like an underlying fear here around taking that first step. With the Strength card, the Moon. There's a little bit of fear here around taking that first step. But once you do, it seems like you'll be, clouds will be clear. You have this breakthrough energy with the Ace of Swords and the Eight of Wands. On the bottom, you do have the Four of Wands. Now, that is a card of stability. So I think for some of you, what you're really craving like in this month of October is some level of stability. This is a card of ceremonies and marriage as well, and everything that goes along with that type of event. But for me, I think looking at this four, you have a number of fours here, Four of Cups, Four of Wands. There's something about stability that's very important for you. And I think for this, it's about that first step here. So why don't we go ahead and let's take a look at the Kipper cards for you. Let's see what is in the Kipper energies here. Okay, you have pathway. Okay, this will unfold over some time, right? This will take some time to unfold. You have bad health, sudden wealth. You have imprisonment, marriage, and family room. So you do have two messages around, actually three messages around marriage here. Four of Wands, Hierophants, marriage. Some of you, maybe this first step, it does involve like, okay, I would like to find a long-term situation, or, you know, something like that. It could also be connected to something that you're, a marriage that you're currently in as well. And there's the health of that is maybe something that you're questioning. The health of that union, that relationship is something maybe you're looking at. You may feel a little bit trapped here with the imprisonment card. So, you know, there also may be a family situation outside of the family that outside of your own family, if you have one, that is also showing up here in the cards. If you are nursing an injury and illness, and remember, I am not a doctor, I would say that with the bad health, the temperance card, and the star card, that's something I like to see, because you may find the right doctor, you know, health regimen, health practitioner, medicine, whatever it may be, to kind of find some healing for yourself as well. So that sudden wealth card, it seems pretty, you know, everybody likes to see that card. I have a feeling that that's referring to this like breakthrough, breakaway energy that could be on the horizon for you. And then the pathway card suggests that this may take a few months to unfold, 3 to 6. But anyway, thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll most certainly be talking to you again soon.